All right, so welcome, Tai Chi um, basics here. So all you need is a chair. All right, so just need your chair, sit at that front edge. And remember, there's so much of the foundational layer that we're working on just in our upright seated position practice. There's so much you can get done right from here. And then each little additional exercise, that could be your whole practice. Like James was saying at the beginning, feeling sort of exhausted. If all you did was sit up and breathe, or even if you just laid back in your chair and breathed, and maybe you fall asleep because you're tired, but you're breathing and relaxing. All of that is beneficial. So everything we add on, it's just more that you could do, but you don't have to force yourself. There's the wonderful saying, the dosage makes the medicine or poison. So keep that in mind. Overdosing on something that's theoretically good for you, doing more than you should, can make it bad for you, right? But we also want to do as much as we can. Um, so again, we're sitting at that front edge. We've got our zhongjung, or our central upright. Got the hands resting on the thighs. Everything aligned correctly so that we can song, or soft, supple, relax, release the entire body. We've got this soft, supple body, but with good alignment. Then we can really breathe into it. So take your next inhale in through the nose, long, smooth, and full. Holding the breath there for a little bit, stretching yourself open, and then exhaling when you're ready. Feel all that consolidation, closing in, settling quality of exhale. Let's just do this 8 to 10 times, your own rhythm, no rush. So after we've got Zhongjung, or central upright, Song, soft, supple, relax, then that allows Chunwan and Qingling, those two important concepts. Chunwan meaning soft, sunken, heavy. So don't be holding things up. Don't hold your body up. Let go of it completely. And notice you don't just fall out of your chair into a puddle. What happens is you ground, you settle heavily down underground. And then Qingling is this quality in the body that when we get up and we start doing our Tai Chi moves, we're moving with this Qingling, right? You can see I have a pretty decent ability to do it. There's a liquid movement quality to my movement, right? And so that's impeded when we're holding tension. So we have to align, soften and relax, allow the heaviness to go down, feel that quality of lightness through the body. And then let's go to our next set of exercises. Slide the hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, arching as much as you can. And then reverse. Slide those hands forward, past the knees, hollow the chest, round the back, drop your head. Let's do 3 or 4 more of these, your own pace. Remember, shape shifting. Change the shape that you're in. Go all the way to that back bend shape. And then coming through the neutral, go all the way to that rounded shape. And then through neutral and all the way. So we got to cultivate freedom of movement. And doing the movement with smoothness, soft, pliable, smooth, which eventually becomes graceful movement, and it's also quite powerful when we can move with this unimpeded flow. And then let's settle to neutral and go right into the twist. Left hand forward, right hand and elbow back, turn to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale, turn to the left. Just continue at your own pace, winding and unwinding, sort of like wringing out a rag. Also, twists are known for dispersing built-up compression and pressure, which happens because, again, when we're sitting too long and where our posture's bad, areas get jammed up and sort of pressurized, compressed. And so the twist disperses that, circulates that, allowing for flow, nerve flow, blood flow, everything. Then back to neutral. Hang the arms loose, and we lean to the right. Float that left wrist up, left foot up. And then back to the middle and lean to the left. And back to the middle and lean. Middle. And a couple more. One more each way. And now shoulder blades forward and up, back and down. Again, we'll do just about 5 of these. Just get as much as you can with each round. So it's not doing 1,000 of something. It's really being attentive, conscious, thorough. One more. And reverse. We go back and up, forward, back and up, forward. About 3 more. Again, thorough. Get every little nook and cranny. One more. Neutral. Then bring your feet together, knees together. Let's hinge from the hips forward. Float the hands forward and out. Notice the hands stay low. Get them around behind you and in. And then forward, backs of hands touch, go out, round and in. One more. And level 2, chest level. We go forward and up, open. Palms face forward, down. And again, under, backs of hands touch, forward and up. Down. Again, chest level. And then we go full range, forward and up and up and up, way up and up, down. Release. And again, forward and up, big full range. One more time. reverse, starting low, back and out, round and in. We do 3. Remember, fang song, soften into length, keep that length, and then second level, out and up, keep that length, down, neutral, back, out, up, forward. Go full range, out, up, keep going up, 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 up. And way out in front, back, out, up, way up. Yeah. Last one. And neutral. Bend your elbows. Out and up. Down and in. Touch the elbows together. Down, out, and up. Down, around, and in. One more. And elbows straight back behind. Elbows down, forward, up as much as you can. Forward, down, back. Down, forward, up. Forward, down, and back. Down, forward, up. And down. Now elbows out to the side. Left hand higher, right hand lower. Cross and wrap around your body. And then elbows straight out to the side. Switch. Open. Close. Open. Close. Get all the way around. Open. Elbows down, arms in front. Turn your palms down, up. Down, that's just from the forearms. Up. Down, up. And then palms up, keep them up. We go hands out while elbows stay close to the body. This, I'm sort of exaggerating it, but we want to have some element of this, opening, unfolding, neutral, and then when the elbows go out and around, now we sort of exaggerating, but not really. The back is now rounded, the front is folded and closed. Right, so remember this idea of shape shifting, how important that is for the health of the body, that we're not just stuck like this all the time. So we're opening and unfolding, externally rotating, and then coming back to neutral. And then the elbows out and around, and hollow the front, and broaden your back open. Let's do that twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Elbows around, right? See how much my elbows travel forward by internally rotating my shoulder. Externally rotating. One more time. Internal. External. Now, big stance here in the feet. Let's go left hand up over, all the way across, down. Up and over, and we're in the middle. So this is top and bottom open. And then we come up and over and close to the left. Top closes, bottom remains open. Top and bottom open, close to the other side. Top and bottom open. Top closes while bottom remains open. Inhaling to here. Exhaling to here. Inhale. Exhale. And back to middle. Now both arms up over, right wrist on top of the left, down between your legs and let them separate. Then right wrist on top, coming up, open. And then up and over, left wrist on top. Then left wrist on top, open. Again, up and over, here, cross, and out. Up the sides, over the top, down. And open. Now bring feet back to hip distance, arms to shoulder distance. Call this neutral. Wrists over, under, point forward. Turn your palms up. Circle. Over time, so again, there's all these little hand bones and fingers. So as long as you keep the wrist as the primary, you can start to add this little folding up. So as I fold the hand like this, it opens up the back of the hand more. So this rolling through now becomes more effective, and then we make sure to elongate, and then gather and elongate. So Mark, watch me here. So palms here over top, and you can gather those fingers, then roll it through and extend. Let's do two more. Turn, over top. There you go. Follow that all the way through. One more. Over top. Now we go underneath. So again, at first it's just the wrist. Notice I'm not doing anything with my fingers or hands. I'm just rolling the wrist. Just rolling, turning the palm down, rolling through. And then you can start to gather the fingers and hands as you roll through, and then open. And you can do this in a way that you start to find your little spots where you got some little arthritic issues or some tissue tension or some lack of flow, and get the hands more and more articulatable, right? Now, spread, gather, spread, gather, spread, gather. Make sure you're getting all the fingers, right? All the fingers all at once, including these two middle, and together. And then spread and claw to a fist, open, claw to a fist, open, claw to a fist, open, claw to a fist, open. Bird beak, all 5 fingers come to touch, bend the wrist, and reverse. All 5 fingers touch, bend, back, bend, back, bend, back, and shake them loose. Scoot a little bit back in your chair. Right knee up. Gently grab the leg, draw it up and in, flex the foot softly, and push. Load, down. We switch. Load, push, load, down. Load, push, load, down. Load, push, load, down. Now no hands, so just the brain. Load, push, load, down. Switch. Load, push, load, down. One more each side. and down. Foot and ankle, extend your right leg, point and flex, point and flex. And softly flex the foot, tilt the foot a little in, out, known as inversion and eversion. And then circle, in, point, out, flex, circle. Inside out. And reverse, other way, outside in, circle. And down. Switch, left leg, point and flex. Get that whole foot and ankle. Softly flexed and then tilt in and out, inversion and eversion. Tilt, tilt. Circle, in, around, and out. Reverse, out, around, and in. And down. Now, scoot forward to the front edge of your chair. Step your feet wider apart than hip distance. Now here, lift both your toes up off the floor, and then place the toes down, lift both your heels up off the floor. Down, lift your toes off the floor, and down, heels, toe, heel, toe, heels. Now, lift the toes a little bit off the ground. We turn the toes and knees in, and then lift those toes and knees turn out. Again, toes and knees in, internal. Toes and knees out, external. Toes and knees in, out, in, out, and neutral. Now lift the heels a little bit. Heels in, knees out. Heels out, knees in. Heels in, knees out. Heels out, knees in. Heels in, knees out. Heels out, knees in. One more. Neutral. Back to neutral. Hang your arms loose and relaxed. From the hip crease, fold. Fold and let the arms dangle loose. Sit up tall, the arms dangle loose, they hang right in line with the torso. Tip back a little bit, the arms hang a little behind. Sit up straight, fold. Sit up straight, back. So just letting the arms be so loose that they just hang in a sort of plumb line with gravity, rather than we're clinging and grabbing onto them. Now, sitting up straight, slide your feet back a little bit. Remember Chungwan, primary direction down. So we're down through the chair primarily. Fold and move forward so that the down goes down through the legs, down through your feet. Stand up all the way tall. Stay down through your feet as you go hips back. So just pause here and notice the shape that I've created. The knees haven't bent yet. The hips went back. So there's a difference between what I did there and what a lot of people do. They go forward with the fold. So try to disappear your hips back. Sort of like negative space, right? Get this space right in between here. Then sink the buttocks, folding at the hips. The knees will naturally bend. Find that chair with your buttocks and commit to the chair. So let's do that a couple of times. And remember, slow enough so that you don't use tension-based strength. So you train yourself to find how to do it without tightening, without forcing things. And then when you get really good at that softness, then you can move with suddenness. Like the rush of a wave, you can move like that. So slow it down so that you find this soft quality. But those of you that have been doing it a while, maybe you start to try this where you just flow up, right? Same thing, as long as you know where your chair is, you can flow down. You make sure to get this piece there, and then it can just be flow, right? Can just sort of go with the flow of it. So, right? Some speed on the way up and speed on the way down. So start to feel that you can become more fast and sudden with your movement, but the moment you try and do it and you start tightening, you got to slow back down and find that quality of softness. So now, no sitting in the chair, just do this Tai Chi squat. Sink and rise. And so to the degree that all the joints and tissue are slidable, glidable, and pliable, and loose, and sung, then you can go, shung, shung, right? You can move, quote unquote, fast. But slow down enough because you want to go and maybe you feel a little stiffness right there and you want to wait for it and wait for it to loosen and loosen and hang out down there and let some tight spots loosen up. So don't value the speed so much that you try to skip over the process of cleaning out the junk, right? But when the junk is clean, then speed can come back to us, okay? So here we are standing, turned face forward. And let's do the open and the close of a Tai Chi practice. So we can go either way. Let's start by going closing. Put the weight into your right leg a little bit. So we got the middle pivot in the body. The weight through your right leg. Let the knee have a little give to it. Bring this empty left foot as close in as you can and straighten up through the body. So here we're feet together, straight. They call this standing at attention. And you even kind of slap the hands onto the body like this. A little bit like a sort of military quality, but it's just distinctly standing at attention. And then sink your weight down through your right leg. And as you do that, you distinctly start to float these limbs, right? So as you sink, there's this float. Now the left foot should be empty, so you step it sideways with no body weight, and then change the weight underground and find 50-50 and settle your hands to what I like to call the gunslinger, Tai Chi gunslinger. You're loose, you're ready, you're not tight or stuck, but you're not limp and lifeless. So this in-between quality. And then closing by shifting 100% to your right leg, bring that left foot in close, and then as you straighten up, your hands come to that standing at attention. So let's do that 3 times in each way. So that was 1. So go down through your right leg again, floating the arms, this little space in the armpit opening. Step out, shift to 50-50, and settle to your sort of like storing. You're storing into the leg, storing for what you might do next. And then shift to that right leg, closing, stepping that left foot in, straightening up, hands on the body. Again, sink down through the right leg, buoyancy through the whole body, sort of octopus buoyancy pervading through. Settle. Now let's close to your left leg. Close, shift, bring that right foot in, straightening up, hands on the bottom. And then opening by going down through the left, buoyancy through the whole body, step out with no body weight, shift the weight underground, ready position. Close, shift, step in, straightening up. So remember shape shifting, right? So this is one shape, one arrangement of the body, and then we're changing. Storing here, right? The legs are a little bent or sunk down a little bit. It's a sort of Tai Chi horse stance here. And then close, shift, step, straightening up. One more time, open and stay open. And rising hands. So think pung, pung, this quality of the swelling of the ocean out at sea. And then the troughing of the ocean out at sea. So we want to not have it just be joints and mechanics, but note that your muscles and your joints and your mechanics are included in this gesture. But it's got to be more than that. It has to be this feeling of pung, the wave flooding and flushing and floating up. And then it just naturally settles, sinks. And so here we're stored, loaded to then issue pung. And at the top we get a release, and then we're stored and ready to issue sink. Now scoop the hands in front, we're stored to issue the crane opening wings, pung. And then we release, and now we're stored to issue the crane flapping the wing. And again, pung, rise, let it finish, and then sinking cheetah belly. It's rising. Now turn your palms up. That's roll. Fold just at the elbow joint. Fold. Now we're stored to issue. That's sinking. Release. Now we're stored to issue. Rise. Release. Roll. Fold. Then we're stored and ready to issue. It's more than just the arms, right? The arms are what we see, but the whole body is involved, from the earth through the legs, hips, torso. And the geyser flows up and out. Backs of hands touch. We come up. Palms face forward, then up and out. And then like wings. Backs of hands touch. We're stored to issue up and out. Release, and now we're stored to issue. One more. Now embracing moon. Wings. And then roll, fold. Right hand comes over top. Left hand sweeps under and coming together. And then open. Full expression out and around. And this is like a consolidation, a settling, bringing everything together to the middle. And then this exuding out. So yang and yin and yang. Yang is expressing, yin is returning. Greater yin is this stillness. Then we start to yang. Yang reaches its full expression. And then it naturally comes back around and consolidates. So all of our movements are representative of these energetic realities. Now, wings come down, scoop, come up about chest level, elbows pull back, turn your palms forward, push. Full extension all the way forward, right? All the way forward. And then turn your hands to face the body and back. Push. Turn your hands, draw. Turn those hands, push. draw. And then repel the monkey. Turn your hand, push. Let the body turn slightly to your right. Turn that left hand to face the body, right hand faces forward. Then you're ready to push and draw. The hand, turn your right palm to face the body, left palm face ready to push, and then push and draw. Simultaneous, turn left palm to face body, right hand to face forward, and push and draw. Simultaneous, palms reorient, push and draw. Palms reorient, push and draw. Full expression in both directions of push and draw and turning the body and changing over and turning. So we're cleaning out this rust that accumulates, this plaque that accumulates from incomplete movement. All right? And then back and settle. So we all suffer from incomplete movement and incomplete breathing. Doesn't mean we die from it right away, right? But we can live off a very minute amount of breath. Doesn't mean we're thriving and doing well, but we don't die. So that in some ways that works against us. So same idea with our movement. We can function for a period of time with incomplete movement, but eventually it catches up with us. So Tai Chi is trying to break us out of that prison. So here we have the arms hanging loose. We got that buoyant quality. Now shift the weight over to the right leg and turn from that middle pivot a little bit and just float your hands over to the right. Now importantly here, don't lift. Keep them dipped in the water and go as far as you can with the softening and lengthening over to your right. Then shift to your left leg, turn from your middle pivot in here, and float and sweep those hands across. Stay dipped down in the water or close to it, and extend, 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 extend. And then we're ready to go. Shift, turn, brush, and sweep. So again, a lot of times people stop here or they'll have their arms out here. They got all this stiffness in the body. So really use this for what it can be used for. This octopus-like softening, long, 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 and then shift and turn. Bring it across. And here, let them keep going, keep going, keep going. Soft and long, full, empty, turned. This groin area open. Central pillar still intact, and then shift, turn. All the way across. And then shift and turn. Now stay in your left leg, float your left arm up, chest level, standing palm. This is the palm just facing forward. Your right hand dipped in the water off to the left side of your body. Now we're going shift, turn, brush knee, swat the fish. Now, as the left arm descends, right arm floats up, your left foot should be empty, waist is turned to your right, and then we're ready to go. Shifting, turning, brush knee, and swat. Now your right leg should be empty, the waist is turned to your left, right hand goes down, left arm floats up, we're ready to go. Shift, turn. Brush and swat. Stay in the right, this soft and long, right? Soft, long quality. Let's go for a little higher jumping fish. The swatting hand, a little higher. Cross and say soft and long. So we're pulling the body apart, right? It tends to get stuck. We're trying to create space. And what fills that space that we create is function, juice. Chi, life force, blood, nerve flow, function, right? For lack of any further word, which is really the most important thing is how are the functions of the organs and the mechanics and the, right? One more. Now stay over in your left leg. Right hand comes down, stays on the left side of the body. Now left arm, wing, roll, fold. Now shift, turn, brush knee in, push. Now full extend that push. As that descends, dipping into the water, the other arm wings, rolls, and folds. Now we're ready to go. Shift, turn, brush knee, push. Full extend your pushing arm. As it's descending, the other arm wings, rolls, and folds. Ready to go. Shift and turn. Brush knee and push. Full extend. Fang song. Soft and long. Dip in the water. Roll and fold. Shift, turn, brush, push. Soft and long. Bye, James. Now, let's all stay on the right side. Your left foot empty. Step it a little behind you, just a little bit, and have the toes turn slightly out. Now shift into that back leg. Your left hand descends, your right elbow bend, fingers pointing up. So we've got this sitting quality. Do your best to not be here with your butt, but this sit. And then your front foot that's empty, just touch the earth with the toe. Now, bring that empty foot back, heels touching, but no body weight. Turn your right palm forward and your left palm in. Now we're ready to change. So shift the weight to your right leg, right hand goes down, left elbow bend, hand comes up, left foot is empty, floated in front, and just touch the earth in front. Bring the left foot back, no body weight. Turn the left palm forward, turn your right palm in. Now we're ready. Simultaneously, shift the weight. The hands go high to low, low to high, and the other foot touch. Bring that right foot back while you turn right palm forward, left palm in, and then shift. The hands change. Foot steps out. Now imagine this cup of tea right on top of your head. Try to not spill it. So when you bring this foot back, no spilling. Turn left palm forward, right palm in. And then when you change, no spilling. The weight into the left leg, right toe touches out, left hand down, right hand up. No spilling as you bring right foot back, right palm turns forward, left palm in. Change the weight. Still no spilling. The golden rooster, standing on one leg. Bring the left foot back, left palm turns forward, right palm in. Shift. Change. Now, no spilling the tea as you play with, separate the toe from the floor and back down. That's level one. Level two, float a little bit. Level three, into this position, touch. So all that workload, you should feel a bit of that burn perhaps on this leg as you lift and lower. No spilling of the tea. Loose and light and relaxed. Now put that right foot ready to as a landing place. Turn right palm forward, left palm in. Now we shift. Put all that workload in the right leg. Right hand down, left hand up, left toes touch. And then let's challenge either toe lift or soft little small lift here, or possibly full lift, right? And we work on this technique quite a bit in the Monday class in the gait and balance, right? And how to keep the weight here, keep the sturdiness coming not from bracing and pulling on the body, but from dropping all effort, becoming Chunwan, and then feeling this Ching Ling, right? Now let's switch each time. So bring that left foot back, heels touch, turn left palm forward, right palm in, change the weight, and go to whichever variation you like. But keep this quality of sitting. Crown up top, teacup not spilling. Place the foot, change the weight. Right palm forward, left palm in. Another really important one in this exercise, just look at my low back. So there's a bowed quality in the leg, but I'm not here, right? This quality. This. And last one. Wash your paw. Now stay in your left leg, float your right hand up, become a cloud. Left hand turns, ready to sweep. Now we're shifting and turning. Cloud, lake. Cloud rains down, lake vapors up. This foot here is empty. And then we change underground. Shift and turn. Now that left hand floats down, right arm is floating up. That right leg is empty. Right? And then shift and turn. And now let's add. As the hands are exchanging, take your empty left foot, bring it in, step it out, all while it's still empty, and then change the weight underground. Shift, turn, cloud, lake. As the arms vapor and rain, bring the right foot in, out, no body weight, shift and turn. And hands are exchanging, bring your left foot in and out with no body weight, and then shift underground, across. In, out, shift. In, out, shift and turn. And then wash your paws. And then one more time, wash to your right, put your right hand behind your back, left hand, bottom of a ball, right, with palm facing up, turned. Now this hand goes forward, shift and turn, it's upward flying diagonal, all the way to here. Started down here, went out and around and ended up here. Now turn the palm out, wing, lake, shift and turn, bottom of ball. Now again, it has to start by going out away from the body, shift and turn, flying diagonal. Turn your right palm out, wing, lake, shift and turn, flying diagonal. Starts going out, shift, turn, carry it along that path. Turn the palm out, wing, lake. One more. Flying diagonal. Turn the palm out, sweep. Bring your right hand out, wash your paws back across to the left, put the left hand behind your back, put right palm in that little slot here, close to the hip, palm facing up. Then it's forward, shift and turn, that continues it to this upward corner here. Turn the palm out and wing, lake, bottom of ball, stored for flying diagonal. Now casting the hand forward as you shift and turn. Turn the right palm out, wing, lake, bottom of ball. And cast the hand forward, shift and turn. Turn the palm out, wing, lake, ball. One more time. Palm facing up the whole time. Like you're carrying something in your palm. All the way up. Turn the palm out, wing, lake. Bring your left hand out. Wash, wash, settle. Now take your left hand. Sorry, hold on. Left hand underneath, right hand over top. Now the palms stay facing the same direction they're facing and just go along two parallel lines, two parallel tracks. Get to the full expression. And we're stored. Now take those parallel tracks and put them on the diagonal. So your bottom hand does the flying diagonal, your top hand a complementary down and away movement. So you put those together to make stroking the wild horse's mane. Full expression. Now from here, turn your left palm out, right palm up, embrace the moon. Left hand under, right hand over, we're stored. Shift into your right leg, turn slightly right. So now we're stored up and ready to go. So as you're about to do flying diagonal, downward diagonal, now we shift, turn, time it ideally so that as you finish your shift and turn, your hands finish their arrival at that expression. Then turn left palm out, right palm up, that's the release. This left hand down, right hand up, that's the storing gesture, we're loading. And then we issue or express the movement. Stroking wild horse's mane. Turn left palm out, right palm up, we shift and turn. Gather. Shift and turn. Issue. Release. Shift and turn. Gather. Store. One more time. Shift and turn. Express the movement. Turn those palms. Shift and turn. Gather. And then take your right hand out and down. Left hand turn. Wash. Settle. Right hand under, left hand over, parallel track, parallel track. Put it on the diagonal, parallel track, stroking wild horse's mane. Turn right palm out, left palm up, embrace the moon. As you do this, embrace, shift to your left leg, turn to the left, storing. Then it's going to be flying diagonal, downward diagonal, and shift, turn. Stroke wild horse's mane. Turn right palm out, left palm up, shift, turn. Remember Zhong Zheng, central upright. Stroke wild horse's mane. Remember Song, soft, supple, pliable. Shift and turn. Remember Chunwan, letting that which is heavy go where heavy things go. Down, let go. Ching Ling, feel this nimbleness, this buoyancy pervading your body, and learn to use that system of movement to operate the vehicle rather than grabbing and yanking on the body like so many of us do. And like how with Parkinson's, you just can't, right? Eventually, you really can't force anything, right? As you know better than me. But I have just seen when people get in the Tai Chi state, all the functions, they're just right there to be explored. But we got to learn to dial in and stay in this soft, loose, liquid state. Now to finish, sweep left hand across underneath, right hand roll, fold over top, and let's do it this other way. So shift and turn, stroke wild horse's mane. Remember that right hand has to go complementary. Now stay in your left leg. Sweep right hand under, left hand folds over. We turn a little more. So we're all stored and wound up here. And then we issue, stroking wild horse's mane the other way. Stay in your right leg. Sweep your left hand under, right hand fold over. Turn a little more. Sort of consolidate, store, winding up to then issue, stroking wild horse's mane. Remember, this is yang. This is sort of expressing, opening. And then right hand under, left hand over. This is gathering, consolidating. Let's do one more each way. Stroking. Left hand under, right hand over. Gathering. One more. Shifting, turning. And gathering. Left hand into the water. Right hand turn. Wash. Wash. Settle. Rock a little bit back and open. Lift. So this is this closing movement that resets the flow of the body, flow of the chi in the body. Tip to your toes and sweep around and reach. Palms face up. Rocking softly back. The hands come in. Settle to the middle of your feet. Hands settle to the belly. Hips go back. Sink. Release the arms completely. Let the back really open. Push through the earth and come back to standing. Two more. Softly rock back, open and lift. Softly rock forward, sweep around, palms face up. Softly rock back, bringing in and pooling. And then hollowing the front, broadening open the back, sink. One more time. Rock, open, lift. Rock. And pooling. And then closing with that closing step. Shift all your weight to your right leg. Bring the left foot in. Straighten up. Wing roll, fold. Consolidating everything to this belly. So hands are right in front of the belly button. Make sure your hands got down there. Yeah, don't want them up here. Here. This is the tank. Reserve tank. And then seal. 1, 2, right over the belly button. 5 breaths, doing nothing at all, possibly eyes closed, but balance often doesn't allow. You don't want to throw off your balance, so just soft gaze, quiet mind, unimpeded flow throughout the body. Then this final hand position. Thumb, grab, hold, bow. Thank you, everybody. Great job. All right, if there are any questions, feel free to unmute. Otherwise, hope everyone's having a good start to their year.
Hey, Otto.
Anything else?
See you again.
Good to see you, Sue. What's happening?
Just